First, I want to remind everyone that if you don't know where to get vaccinated, just go to vaccines.gov and click Find COVID-19 Vaccines to find a location. There are several within the city and the region at large. So with that said, tonight I want to talk about common misconceptions around the vaccine and dispel any and all rumors that would keep someone from getting vaccinated. But before I start, I do want to say to anyone who is hesitant about the vaccine, I get it. There's so much misinformation and conflicting information swirling around right now, and it truly pains me to see people peddling this misinformation and benefiting from preventing folks doing what is actually in their best interest and the best interest of their families. So I just wanted to, just say that it's understandable that someone would be confused given everything that's happening these days. But first, let's make this perfectly clear. Number one, this vaccination is free. It doesn't require insurance. It doesn't require a credit card. It doesn't even require proof of residence. You just go in and get the shot. This vaccine is available 100% free of charge, and it always will be. Next, I know some folks said they wanted to wait because the vaccine hasn't been around for a long time. Okay, if you're one of those people, I get it. You don't want to be a guinea pig, and that's fair. I just want those people to know that we now have data on millions of vaccinations. So if there were large-scale adverse conditions, we would have seen them by now because a lot of people have been vaccinated for 6-8 months, maybe even longer. And furthermore, these vaccines have been built on decades of research. The funny thing about science is that even the most amazing discoveries require someone else to have made an amazing discovery beforehand. It's like if science was a skyscraper, we're always just building that next level. So the technology behind these vaccines, it's actually not as new to the scientific community as it might be to the rest of us. And so speaking of the scientific and the medical community's understanding of the vaccine, I'd also like to address the concern that the vaccine could potentially cause infertility. In short, it's just not true. In fact, no vaccine available today can cause infertility. But it's not just enough for me to sit here and say this, but I'd also like to explain why, trying to use the simplest language possible for something that is a scientific phenomenon. We've likely all heard of the spike protein that COVID creates in our bodies. Now, the vaccines are designed to create small numbers of these spike proteins so our immune system can learn to identify them and attack them before they build up to the point we get sick. So what they don't do is attack any other proteins, including the ones that are needed for healthy fetal development. Now, our bodies, our immune systems, they can tell the difference, but you don't have to take my word for it. I'm getting this information from medical experts and from doctors, and I ask that if that is your specific concern, that you go talk to your doctor and see what they say. Don't just listen to me, but actually go ask someone. Don't use this rumor as an excuse not to get vaccinated. And now, if you're already pregnant and haven't received a shot, any medical official that I've spoken to and that I've read from is practically begging people to get vaccinated. Pregnant folks are actually at a much higher risk of a severe COVID infection. So getting vaccinated, it's not going to keep you from raising a family, but getting COVID might. And also, I want to say that, to those folks who maybe have already gotten COVID and think they don't need a vaccine, we don't know how long your post-infection immunity is going to last. But we do now have a pretty good idea as to how long vaccination coverage lasts. Chief Jones, spoke about it, and in just the past week or so, we're finding out about these boosters. And so, if you've received your full vaccination, get a booster after 8 months. That's something that we know. It's simple and predictable, but the natural immunity that could be caused from already getting COVID, who knows? And Finally, I also just want to speak to those who think that there's no point in getting the vaccine because they could still possibly get the virus or spread it to others after being vaccinated. Okay, sure, there's a chance, but that chance drops severely. I mean, nothing in this world is 100% guaranteed, and the vaccine, that's the same. But even if you do get COVID after being vaccinated, you have remarkably higher odds of staying out of the hospital, and even better odds that you're going to survive. Most vaccinated people who have reported a breakthrough infection have either shown zero symptoms or mild symptoms like catching a common cold. If you're less likely to get it if you're vaccinated, you're also less likely to spread it to others. And that's how we stop this virus, by reducing the chances it infects us and reducing the chances that we pass it on to others. So we have a choice. Do we get vaccinated, or do we let this virus infect everyone and wait and see who lives and who dies? I hope the people of Fredericksburg will join me and join us as a council in choosing vaccination. Thank you.